Let's talk about stock. It's one of the most important foundations of good cooking. You can't make a good sauce or soup without a good stock. Let's take this stuff seriously. Let's go make one together. So let's talk about what you need to make a really good vegetable stock. But first, let's talk about what you don't want to do. You don't want to cook this stuff forever. Vegetable stock is a quick cook. You want everything to be bright and fresh when you're done cooking it. You also don't want to throw everything all in the pot at once. You've got to put it in stages. Let's talk about what we're going to use. What you're going to put in on the first stage of this stock: onion skins, mushroom stems, carrots. You don't need to peel them. But for things like celery root and turnips, the stock pot is not a garbage pail. You want to get rid of the skin here. Turnip stem, out of here. You want to peel the celery root and only use the good flesh. We also have some dried peppercorns here. These are great, you don't have to use them. You can also add dry bay leaf in this stage as well. These are stage 2 vegetables right here. Broccoli stems, one of the most important things you can ever add to vegetable stock, full of flavor. This is a cabbage heart here. Cabbage is nice and sweet in stock. If you cook it too long, it gets bitter. If you cook it too short, it won't give you enough flavor. Collard and kale stems, another amazing flavor right here. If you cook them too long, they get bitter. Cook them too short, they're too bright green. Stage 3 vegetables right here. These are the really bright green things that if you cook them too long, they get gray. These go in at the last minute. Parsley stems, leek trimmings, bright green, last minute for a shot of flavor. Stock is not a boiling pot of water. You have to start it by building the foundation. You need a ripping hot pot right here. A little bit of oil goes in. And we are gonna sear the hell out of these root vegetables. The other thing you're gonna do early, you're gonna add your salt right into the bottom of the pan. We almost wanna burn that salt and get that flavor in. So now we're browning our vegetables and we're caramelizing them to get some flavor into them. We're gonna add our water. Here's another important thing to remember. Don't get greedy. Your vegetables will only give you a certain amount of flavor. Don't overdo it with water. Okay, so this has been ripping now for about 10 minutes. Look at that color we got in the stock because we caramelized the vegetables first. It's got a nice golden hue to it. Things are about halfway cooked. This is when we're gonna add our hard greens, our cabbage stems, our broccoli, and our collard and kale stems. So this has been going about another 7 minutes here. The broccoli stems are still nice and bright green. I'm getting lots of flavor out of it. Still got a nice boil going. We're gonna turn it down a little bit and add our final stage. These are our bright greens. These are just gonna go in here for about a minute or two to finish off the stock with a nice fresh bit of flavor. Last stage, turn off the flame and let it sit for about 2 or 3 minutes more. Okay, before we drain it, one last little thing. Give the vegetables a little crush. Get some of that starch out of your roots. Now we drain. So the stock's all done. How do you know you did? Well, here's 2 tests to find out if you made a really great stock. Take some of the vegetables out. Put a little olive oil in them and eat them. They should be delicious. They should be fresh. If they're gray and cooked to oblivion, they're gonna taste horrible. You should wanna eat this. But here's the real test. Put your stock in a teacup and take a sip. Oh man, that is perfect. That's exactly where I want it. It should be so good that you can't stop drinking it. That's how you know you made a great vegetable stock. Thanks so much for watching.